Okay, so here we have a Rolex 1665 Great White Rail Dial Seadweller. Here it is on my father's wrist with the original bracelet when he was still living. He wore this watch from the late 70s until he passed in April of 2023. It was given to me by my mother after he passed, me being the oldest son. 1665. Originally, I put it on a strap. The original bracelet needs repair, and it also is too short for me. I have a larger wrist than my father had, so that bracelet will have to be reconditioned and lengthened for me to be able to wear it on the original bracelet. There's the back of the watch. Here it is on a Bond style NATO. Here it is how I currently wear it most of the time. I bought a basically a non-Rolex Oyster style bracelet. I need to buff out those center links. It came with polished center links, which isn't really right for the look of the watch, but it fits well. It's a pretty sturdy bracelet. It's got screw links. It even has a diver clasp. You can see the rail dial. The video. $15.75 movement. Actually has a slower beat rate than a Seiko. It's like 19.8. Here's some of the original bracelet. There are pictures of the original bracelet. It's actually a folded link bracelet. It's a 9315. 380 end links. You can see the folded links. Really cheap by today's standards. It's got the diver clasp. My father wore it on that thing for over 40 years. And it shows. You can see right there on top where the end link connects, it's all bent. Here are some other watches I have, just some have this in them. There it is next to a vintage Doxa and a vintage Breitling. Breitling looks huge because it's higher up in the picture, but it is a big watch. There it is next to an old Doxa. Sometimes I actually wear it on a mesh. I have worn it on a mesh. I have other watches too. There's the Doxa. So here's more of the Rolex. Here it is on the shark mesh, which is currently on the Doxa. Sometimes I would opt to wear it on that. Some others. Here's the clasp of the bracelet I wear it on now. It's in the Rolex style. It just doesn't. It's not stamped Rolex because it's not a Rolex. Not a Rolex bracelet. Here it is on some other straps I would occasionally wear it on. So anyway, it's a really good watch. I wear it most days in honor of Dad. My father wore it in his civilian life. He worked in a private company from the time he got the watch on, but he did work in government work before he had this watch. He was in the Air Force and the CIA, and he always loved James Bond, and I think that's might be why he ended up wanting a. He used to call this thing a Submariner for the longest time. He didn't even I don't even realize it said Seadweller on the dial. He would tell people, "This is my Submariner." And for years, I thought it was a Submariner. Later on, when I get into watches, I looked at it. I said, "Dad, this is a Submariner. It's a Seadweller." And later on, someone else, seeing some pictures I took of it, notified me that it's a rare Stern Company Rail Dial Seadweller. So it's all beat up. Of course, the loom doesn't work anymore. The original loom pip fell out, but when he got it serviced, they put another loom pip in. That loom pip actually glows, but everything else is original, and keeps good time. My mother said it was serviced like maybe 2 years ago. Cost them over $1,000 to get it serviced. I need to find out exactly where they got it serviced so that I can get it serviced eventually at the same place, because they apparently do very good work and do not mess with the originality of the watch. Hope you enjoyed the tour of this rare watch, which I actually wear most days.